Now we want to start basic syntax in C programming. First, we start with variable. In computer programming, a variable is a fundamental concept used to store and manipulate data in a program. A variable is a named memory location that holds a value of a specific data type. The value stored in a variable can change during the execution of the program. In most programming languages, including C, variables are declared before they are used. The declaration of a variable involves specifying its name and data type. Once declared, the variable can be assigned a value using the assignment operator that is equal sign. Now we want to first talk about naming rules and data types, and then we see how we can define a variable in C. There are some rules for variable names. Rule number 1. We should use valid characters that are letters, both uppercase and lowercase, digits, and underscore character, but a variable cannot start with a digit. Rule 2. Variable names cannot contain spaces or any special characters such as @, $sign, %sign, and etc. Instead of space, we can use underscore like total underscore score. Rule 3. C is a case-sensitive language, so variable names differing only in case are treated as distinct variables. For example, count with small c is different from count with capital C. Rule number 4. You cannot use reserved keywords as variable names. Keywords are predefined words with specific meanings in C language. Examples of keywords include int, float, if, for, while, and so on. Here are some examples. In the first example, the invalid variable started with a digit, and because of that, it is invalid. The next one variable contains a space. Also, in the last two examples, we have invalid characters in our variables. Another concept that we should know for defining a variable is data type. Data types are used to define the type of data that a variable can hold. Each data type determines the size of the memory allocated to the variable and the operations that can be performed on it. C provides several built-in data types to handle different kinds of data. We have some basic data types in C. The first one is int. It is used to store whole numbers or integers and usually occupies 4 bytes of memory in most systems. It can hold both positive and negative values. Second data type is char. The char data type is used to store individual characters. It takes 1 byte of memory and can represent any character from the ASCII character set. Characters are enclosed in single quotes. The next one is float. This data type is used to store single precision floating point numbers. It can take 4 bytes of memory and can represent decimal numbers with approximately 6 to 7 significant digits. Double is another data type that stores double precision floating point numbers. It takes 8 bytes of memory and provides greater precision compared to float, with approximately 15 significant digits. The last data type is bool. The bool data type, also referred as boolean, is used to represent boolean values which can be either true or false. In C, false is represented by the value 0 and the true is represented by any non-zero value. Now we can define a variable by a name and a data type. For assigning a value to each variable, equal sign is used.